exist.
Have you tried telling them how you feel?
They wouldn't listen.
I'm listening.
Yeah, only because they dump me on you and you feel you have to.
No.
Well, you don't have to.
David.
Just leave me alone.
He and I took a bus to Palermo to look up our old friend Teresa DeFino. We spent 2 hours on the bus, another hour looking for her house. We finally find the house, knock on the door, and what do you know? She died.
Ma, it happens.
That morning!
Yeah, but aside from that, you and Augie really had a great time, huh?
Begged her to come back to him.
So I guess you're not going to see him again.
Oh, yes. Yes, I will.
What? Listen, pussycat, it's been a long time since you've been out on a date. And it's quite possible you can no longer judge a good one from a bad one. So let me be of help. Bad date, Dorothy. Bad.
It's been a real pleasure. Good night. Lucy, you're grounded for the rest of your stay here.
Hey, Blanche, wait! You're embarrassing me. Now why don't you go get a good night's sleep and we'll talk about it when I get home tomorrow.
I don't think you heard what I said. You are not going anywhere.
Hey, Blanche, I'm 20 years old. I'm going wherever I please.
People are given these messages very early in life, usually by their parents. In your case, my guess is the mother.
Guess again, oh special one. Is it my fault she got knocked up at 19, marrying a loser that...
Look, to me, this...
And I'm going to get to see the big potato.
I said she was comforting. I didn't say she was smart.
Rose, don't make fun of old people.
I'm wearing weights to strengthen my ankles.
They come in headbands.
Everybody, look who's here.
Sweetheart, sit down. Sit down.
We cooking outdoors.
No, we're having a barbecue.
Do you know what they call cooking meat over an open fire in Sicily?
No, what?
Poverty. Gee, those steaks smell good. What do you know, Rose? You thought you could go out in the ocean and catch fish sticks.
I just love barbecue.
Who he is doesn't matter. It's who he used to be. 30 years ago, this man was one of Italy's foremost architects, respected the world over, creator of some of Europe's most beautiful cathedrals. Isn't that right, Vincenzo? Today, he's a pathetic shell of a man.
Olga Nielsen is a terrific bowler. They could beat us.
There is no us, Rose. I am not bowling with you.
Oh, Dorothy, I don't ask many favors of you, but I'm asking one now. I'm begging, please, as a friend, be my partner. Blanche has tickets to Tony Bennett.
I'll tell you what, sweetheart. Take Milton. Have a swell time. Only this time, don't throw your underwear on the stage.
Then why go?
Oh, why couldn't they put Tony Bennett and Tony Martin on the same bill? Who am I kidding? There'll never be another Woodstock.
Dorothy's capable of making her own decisions. Does any of this make any sense to you, Sophia?
Not completely. I still think Rose has the capacity to kill.
Oh, Rose, sorry, honey, pencils down.
I could have used a pencil.
It scared me too, but I told you we were welcome.
Okay, everybody, get washed up. Rose, I knew you'd get that job, so I made a special dinner to celebrate.
Sophia, that's so nice.
Don't mention it. When I was shaving my legs last night, it really made me feel good.
That you were helping Rose.
That I can still touch my ankles.
Dry dishes with his feet. We used to laugh and carry on and have such a happy time.
What is it with you people? All you ever had were happy times? It's sickening. Happy times freezing in the cold. Happy times during the locust invasion. Happy times eating reindeer. How about death?
Sure did.
Where did it go wrong, Dorothy?
Oh, who knows? These things happen.
Oh, I remember. I wasn't happy at home under the sheets. Dorothy, You hurting?
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. It's all those other people.
Was it some kind of accident?
No, don't tell me. If I get upset, I'll eat.
What happened, Rose?
They closed the center.
Not your grief counseling center.
No, the Kennedy Space Center. She wanted to be the first Lutheran on the moon.
Oh, you're out of a job.
And Angela. Where did you get this chicken?
The garage.
I guess this means no live entertainment with dessert.
Well, how do I look?
Hey, terrific. Where are you going tonight?
Fidel is taking me to the Burt Reynolds Dinner Theater to see Ruth Buzzy and Evita. Dorothy, how do I...
Where are you going?
To the Burt Reynolds Dinner Theater with Fidel?
But that's impossible.
I used to have a race just like Scarlett O'Hara.
Well, you know that girl had an 18-inch waistline.
Blanche, that girl and her waistline were fiction.
It's terrible. Just terrible. I am so upset.
Rose, honey, sit down. Sweetheart, tell us all about it. Ma, would you get Rose up?
You know what you said about not trusting people made all the sense in the world. I should go tell Joey the same thing.
Honey, it may not be the same thing. Joey didn't lie to you. He told you the truth.
I guess.
Sounds to me like you two just had a little misunderstanding. Not 5 years of deliberate betrayal of trust! Oh, Ma, you really think so?
Of course not, but you think I'm going to tell you that? I'm your mother.
Ma, are you sure you mailed all the invitations? None of the G's through the L's is...
Yeah, but only some things. I'm 83, Sal. I don't have the energy for this.
You have lost your spunk. You know, maybe I don't find you so attractive anymore.
What?
You're not the same Sophia. I wonder how Gladys and Charlemagne are doing. Well, sure, the guy rewrote hit.
I don't want your money, Stan. Marvin, give me the agreement.
Ouch!
Weddings. Why do I always get hit at these things?
Get out, Stanley. Get out before I need a lawyer.
I think you got a case.
Because Mother's dead, you two could never stand the sight of each other.
I had forgotten how much you look like George, how much you sound like him.
I can't help it. I'm his brother. Aren't you going to introduce me?
Too. Oh, where are my manners? Oh, Jamie, these are my friends Dorothy and Rose.
In town. 1 month, I saw the same picture 15 times.
Sounds like cable.
So, tell me about Robert. What's he like?
He's a lot like Grandpa.
Really? Does he look like Grandpa?
No, he looks like Bruce Springsteen.
Well, then how's he like Grandpa? I'm sorry, Dorothy. I held out as long as I could. She said she'd tickle me.
You're a regular Nelson Mandela, Rose.
So that's it.
So you got a terrific smile.
Yes.
You're smart and thoughtful, so you've got beautiful eyes.
Yes.
And you're a music lover, so you've probably got a big behind.
No.
You have to get him out of
Look,
here.
girls, I know how difficult it is living with Stanley. Don't forget, I did it for 38 years, but the man is recovering from major surgery. He needs us.
He is taking advantage of you.
He is sick. Now, he's the only one who can know when he's ready to leave. It has to be his decision.
Well, sometimes people...
Well, I guess that about does it. All the food is gone.
Except the fruitcake. I don't get it. There's more now than when we started.
We are facing some long, painful, hunger, pang-filled nights.
Who wants to lick the spoon?
I do.
Maybe we could just change our hairdos.
Now, we cannot do that, Dorothy. I'm still trying to recover from the last time. Remember about same time of year, 2 years ago, was that little...
Ma, come on, it's not funny.
The hell, it's not. Gene in love with Little Miss Muffet. Come on!
What is going on?
Nothing.
Laura, I just hate that name. Why couldn't you have found something more musical, more southern, more beautiful?
Sorry, Blanche. Look, I know you don't like the name, and I know you think that I'm bringing it up wrong.
No, I just don't see why you have to feed her when you can...
Der Fluven, Hooven, Meister, Garben, Gerben, Fleckman.
That's the loss.
So, what do you say, babe? Partners?
Goodbye, Stan.
Okay, I get the message. I guess I'm just not a person you want in your life.
When Miami was out cleaning the street with his tongue. Sophia, we live in the greatest country in the world. A country founded on the principles of honesty, truth, and fairness. I am certain that once we present our petition, the democratic system will prevail, and our noble endeavor to save that mighty oak will prove victorious.
Certainly sound pretty Come see you. Middle of next week, maybe. Oh. No, I understand. How about the next week? Oh. Uh-huh.
You go. The bowling tournament is tomorrow. Now, we need the practice.
Always practiced enough. Every morning before work, every evening after work. All I ever wanted was to look cute in my bowling outfit.
Hey, aren't you forgetting something? Rose dumped you.
That's right, she did. I hate being dumped.
Well, I wanted to ask you.
For God's sakes, he wants to ask you to go out with him. You got your listening equipment, I got mine. Good night.
Those are very nice cantaloupes.
Well, thank you.
The guy says, my St. Bernard. I thought it was your St. Bernard. I gotta go wash my mouth out with soap. Good night, everybody.
Right, there he goes, the bad boy of comedy, Dirty Dickie Harris. Not exactly.
Hard times. Once a mysterious drifter stole our butter churn.
Well, I guess Ma and Gloria aren't coming back for dinner. What say we go out and grab a hamburger?
Oh, sounds good to me.
This reminds me of when Daddy used to take us for hamburgers.
Hello? Yes, this is she. Oh, my God, it's them. It's Jeopardy. I did? Oh, this is wonderful. Yeah, wonderful. What? Yes, she's my roommate. Oh, that is...
Well, it's just nice to know there's still people out there who don't think the city's out to get them. Somebody moving in?
Well, hardly. With the three of us renting from Blanche, we're practically sleeping on top of each other.
Oh, you can't do that.
Well, we all wear pajamas.
Well, sort of.
Well, then that's that. Lilene's problems are solved. Isn't this terrific?
Terrific. Ma, this is wonderful. I mean, this is a real happy ending. So, how come I don't feel all that happy? Ma! Will you stop telling her what to play?
I'm not saying a word. Did I speak, Blanche?
Not a word. You keep shaking your head.
I've been holding it up for 80 years. You'd shake too.
Well, what do you think?
Oh,
Well, I know he wants to get remarried, and our relationship is getting much more serious, and he just asked me to dinner to talk about something important. Believe me, he's going to ask me to marry him.
And how do you feel about that?
I don't know. I like him a lot, but...
What story I know?
I'll just be a minute. Oh, Lucy, you're home.
And Blanche, what are you doing up?
Oh, I was waiting up to talk to you, honey. I guess I dozed off.
I didn't mean to just blurt it out, but I can explain. And I know you and your daughter must have a lot of questions.
You bet we do. And by the way, Dorothy's not my daughter. She's my lesbian lover. Living for the day, pussycat. I never jumped into a haystack before.
Ma!
Geronimo! My God! Dorothy, is she okay?
Yeah, I think so. Rolling encyclopedias. Why didn't he try to sell us his set?
And you know what else is so strange about it? He didn't bring them in.
Rose, no encyclopedia salesman lugs around 26 volumes door to door.
Are you kidding? In St. Olaf, they carry 52.
You jewelry.
Good night. Good buddy.
No, Rose, it's more than just a friendship ring. It's just that I want my ring on my girl.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Maybe Rex is right. Maybe I have gained a few pounds. Maybe I could try a little harder.
You are buying right into this.
What makes you such an expert on relationships? This is male-female stuff. This is what I know. If I need advice on jigsaw puzzles, I'll come to you.
Second set.
Think I'm happy about being arrested? You think I'm happy about missing Mr. Burt Reynolds? You think I'm happy about being locked up here with all this common gutter trash?
What did you just say?
How cute earrings.
Nobody calls me names. Come on, let's go. I'll let you have the first punch.
The king and queen of the prom, Danny Farrell and Cindy Lou Peoples.
I'm queen! I'm queen! Oh, Ma, I'm queen of the prom!
You can't buy from a scalper. That's a crime.
Well, so is eating grapes at the supermarket, but you do that all the time.
I have to test them.
Rose, 1 is testing, 14 is brunch.
Good Lord, I'm a criminal.
Fine, as long as you already have a record, I can count you in.
I think it's time you told her, Clayton.
Told me what?
I wanted you to meet Doug for a very important reason.
Well, why?
Blanche, we're getting married.
His closet. Trudy, honey, we have to talk. I know you signed a lease, but, well, considering Dorothy's tragic misfortune...
I know.
But could I just stay a couple of days? I can't stand another minute in a hotel. I know what you mean. If I have to come up with one more fake name.
Murdered by Charles. With George, when I'd hear a noise, I'd wake him up, and then he'd take out his gun, and then he'd have to find the bullets, because I'd always hide the bullets. And then when he found the bullets, we'd make love.
The most energetic, alive person I ever knew.
At the center, Dorothy, we teach acceptance. In life, there are some things that are inevitable, and you just have to accept them.
She is right, Dorothy. I know because I've been there myself.
You killed your best friend too, Blanche? Sorry, Dorothy.
I remember I was a...
Now, we're getting married. And if you can't deal with that, you don't have to see us. But that means you also won't get to see your grandchild. Say what? I'm pregnant.
Greta, can I talk to you?
Bye. Aren't they the greatest?
Yes. Looks like I've been a good influence on them.
Excuse me, ladies. I need to inspect your bag.
I thought you...
Isn't that, well, one woman and another...
We already know what it means.
But Jean's a very attractive woman. She could have any man she wants.
She doesn't want them.
Well, why not? A man has so much more to offer, you know what I mean, Dorothy?
Yeah, I found that out when Mark Perper was... Honey, are you all right?
I'm fine.
Oh, Rose, honey, can you ever forgive us?
Well, it all depends. Will you believe what I say from now on, even if it isn't what you want to hear?
Oh, of course we will.
Will you believe me when I tell you that somebody...
Innocence of a child with luscious lips that just
He knows what you look like, Blanche.
Yes, you know what I look like, and I just wanted to say, good job. Oh, but, dear God, I do have a favor to ask. Could you please spare my friend Rose? Now, I know I haven't...
Be coy, I could drop hints, but I'm past that. Jamie, when George died, I began to feel incomplete. I tried to find what was missing. I tried to find it in another man. Men.
Oh, it's running pretty soon. Everything's running all together. Nobody can enjoy their cake.
Stan, I have to tell you something.
Dorothy, somebody's at the door.
I'll get it.
No, you won't.
But I'm closer. Oh,
Oh, it must be that old plow injury. Dorothy, did you get the dough?
Give this to Dorothy, you promise?
Yes, sure, Sophia.
Good. Now I can save what I know about you and the twin rabbinical students for another time.
Pepto-Bismol. Well, I mean, Francesca's a beautiful woman, but she makes a manicotti like you could anchor a boat with. Oh, well, as usual, Sophia is stationed at the eggnog, and she's drinking right from the bowl through a swizzle stick. When my husband, Carmine, walks in and passes right under the mistletoe.
Oh, Rose, hi. Listen, I just picked up these pamphlets at a cosmetic surgeon, and I want you to help me decide which alterations I'll get.
Blanche, none of these women have any tops on.
Well, I know, honey. These are the after pictures of
Hello? Is this Miss Beatty? I beg your pardon? Well, do you have a brother, Al? I see. Well, I must have the wrong number. I'm sorry.
Wrong number.
Right number, wrong...
Or nude body.
Nude? The statue's gonna be nude?
What did you think? He put it in a rain poncho and a fireman's hat?
Oh, my God.
Hey, Dorothy, can you believe it? 10 grand for this piece of junk.
Just a test, Dorothy.
I know just how you feel. I remember how nervous and scared and panicked I was when I went to that neurologist to have my memory tested.
How did you handle it?
Well, usually I add a cup of bleach. For Blue Cross and Blue Shield, for a hip that finally healed. Remember, on prescriptions, generic is a steal. We thank you so much.
Rose, if you'll pardon the metaphor, if you hear something you like, don't analyze it, just dance to it. You understand?
I think so. Except what a metaphor is.
Who needs metaphors?
Still worried about the money you owe the government?
Oh, no, Blanche. I'm worried about whether Michael Jackson will be able to buy the remains of the Elephant Man.
Really? Gee, I'd be worried about the money.
let's say 1 to 6 months.
Dorothy, I have a stack of papers that we need to go over before the surgery.
Surgery?
Finally going ahead with that hair transplant?
Sophia, not everybody knows this isn't real.
Oh, please. Stevie Wonder could tell it's a rug.
Believe me, I wish it.
I have the negatives from Rose's photo shoot. It doesn't say much for this great land of ours, but there's a market out there.
You know, Mrs. Petrillo, I've never had a woman your age do a boudoir.
Well, my wife never remarried after the divorce, and I never stopped loving her, Rose.
I see.
Now, Rose, I have to give this a shot. I really think I can make things work.
Oh, I hope you can, Ernie.
I know this is sudden, but it's something I really need to try.
Well, I understand. Really?
Now, how would it look if they thought I was charging my own family rent?
Honest.
Don't you ever get a nosebleed from taking the high road all the time? Oh, this is such an upsetting day.
For both of us.
Why, what's wrong with you?
Oh, I ran into an old friend. Although it's not really a prerequisite because I have been known to date a guy on life support. But the trouble with dating a guy on life support is that you always have to go to his place. Every guy has an angle.
And that for a couple of hours. If I had asked, would you have said yes? No. There you go.
That is why Blanche ran out of gas. You'd been driving her car, hadn't you?
You know how embarrassing it is to drive a car with a bumper sticker that says, "So many men, so little time"?
Hey, this is unheard of. We're halfway through the cheesecake and we haven't solved our problem.
Maybe we can solve it. Maybe Ma's doing the right thing by leaving.
Your brother is such a yutz. I just got off the phone with him, and he had the nerve to ask me what I'm making for dinner tomorrow night.
Flowers for Blanche Devereux?
Oh, no, that's Devereaux. It's only pronounced Devereux in limericks. Well, Blanche, here you are. You say nobody cares about you. What do you say now?
Oh, from Mel Bushman. I am being audited.
It's aggravating, yes, but you don't have anything to be worried about. Do you?
Well, of course not, but you know how nitpicky they can be. You forget to dot one little I, or you don't declare the tiniest little thing, and they can blow it all out of...
Quality time together. You know, sometimes we'll be watching TV and I start wondering how many more times I have left like that. And I find myself staring at her and like I'm trying to freeze her face in my memory. Like I never want to forget one single line or wrinkle.
I've gotten all I'm going to get out of it. Besides, I'd rather be part of this group than that one.
I hate to say this, but Rose, you're special.
Thank you, Dorothy. I could never get them to say that to me at those meetings.
Your father was a wonderful man, Kirsten. Kind and warm and caring and never willing to let a friend or a neighbor struggle through hard times alone. But he was also the worst businessman to ever balance a checkbook. But you always told us how successful... I think you're probably looking for Dr. Rosenzweig. But if you ever want a discount on life insurance, call me.
Oh, boy, do I need a cup of coffee.
What's the matter?
Oh, this whole Lillian thing. The woman
With a fake fur collar. My heart is staying with Neiman Marcus Ladies Apparel, 3rd floor.
This one's from me, Dorothy. They're very popular back home. It took me nearly a week to whittle it.
I did it! I did it!
You did what?
not. You knocked down 2 pins.
It's a personal trial.
But we're not out of it yet. All we need to win is a...
Good-looking gardener. Dorothy, it really does sound like a great opportunity. I mean, on Stan's behalf, Charlie once made a lot of money in business with a partner who was also a lousy, no-good, underhanded, backstabbing worm.
Let me guess, Rose. Ivan Boesky Van...
You know, being at her funeral today made me start thinking about how quickly life can pass you by. Maybe I ought to be more adventurous in my life.
More adventurous? The Kama Sutra had to publish a supplement because of you.
I'm not talking about men. I'm talking about things I've always wanted to do, but never got around to trying.
$200.
Sold.
When would you like the services?
Gee, I don't know.
Well, how about Thursday night?
Thursday night?
Crazy. Not Thursday. Hell no.
Sorry, I forgot. The Cosby Show. How about Friday?
You have a TV guide we could check?
And set sail for America. 500 people, filled with hope, singing, laughing, drinking. Actually, only the Irish were drinking. But I digress. Of course, on the second day, things took a turn for the worse. For the next month and a half, the storm-tossed seas made all...
I guess, it's time to go. You will hold my hand? Sure I will. I'm so glad I don't have to go alone. You remember how we met? Yes, about 8 years ago.
To be complete, each person has to accept the other for what he is. I don't think that can ever happen between us.
Jonathan, you're wrong. I can accept you. I've had time to think this thing through, and I can honestly say it doesn't bother me that you're small.
It's such a nice young man.
Oh, he really is. But I'm worried about him. He's always been a little flighty.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. Grandma Hollingsworth always said I was a little flighty. Or was it a little floozy?
Morning, everyone.
Oh, hi, Rose. You want some breakfast?
Oh, no.
Your mouth waters.
Your nose runs.
Your heart races.
Your blood races.
Rose.
Say it, Ernie.
It's time, Rose.
Check, please.
And now...
Oh, Sophia, you won't so much as glance at another man.
Dream on, Piccadilly.
Oh, come on, Blanche. Let's go confess to Rose and beg her forgiveness.
Sure.
I am a real teacher.
Oh, look, Ma. Her ears are starting to get all red. Someone's getting mad.
My ears are not getting red. You know, you do this every time. You just come in here and start pushing my buttons. Well, it's not going to work. Now, go ahead, hide your pain. Rose, a very large, expensive mistake.
Hello there.
Oh, hi. How did it go? Is your lizard still alive?
He just loved me. But then, of course, he would. I'm sophisticated, worldly, glamorous. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe he's just too down to earth and nice and decent for me. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Are you quiet?
I'm whispering.
I don't mean now. I mean then.
Oh, it's very quiet. I'm very quiet. I don't scream.
He's feisty, zesty, and full of old world charm, Sophia.
She's mopey, dopey, and full of crap, Rose's sister. Don't mess with me, kid. I have the home court advantage.
And set sail for America. 500 people, filled with hope, singing, laughing, drinking.
Actually, only the Irish were drinking. But I digress. Of course, on the second day, things took a turn for the worse. For the next month and a half, the storm-tossed seas made a...
Well, then what is the surprise, Dad?
Well, I was going to save it, but what the heck. I'm singing at the Sagebrush Club tomorrow night.
You doing what?
I'm singing. That's my surprise. And I want you and your friends...
I think I'm going to cry.
I think they should both be committed.
That is Sonny Bono. He's a major television star.
Boy, you have been gone a long time.
Blanche, I know you're shocked and that this has caused you incredible pain.
You might say that.
Now, I didn't do it to be cruel. It may seem cowardly, but
One of rum raisin, throw up, and fall asleep in your kimono.
See, Dorothy, nobody knows me like you.
Look, I really have plans.
I made dinner reservations at Monty's. You know how Monty's always cheers me up? We could take a walk on the beach, maybe go dancing at the Breakers, if there's no cover charge.
I really can't.
Dorothy, please.
Thanks. If I want to look at pictures, I got a photomat. Besides, Rose brought me. She's waiting outside with the dog. Hey, you ever stick your head out of a car window doing 50? What a rush!
Hello! And who do we have here?
This is my...
Is it safe?
Come in. Ma's at the drugstore. Come in, but make it quick.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, let's go. I really feel so terrible about running out on Ma like that.
I don't.
Hey, give it a
Why do people die, Dorothy?
Oh, Rose, please. I don't even know why fools fall in love.
Would you for me? What would you say?
Oh, come on, Blanche.
I'm serious, Dorothy. What would you say?
Well, I guess I'd say that you were a lovely, generous person and, you know, one of the best friends I ever had.
Nothing about...
Hi, Rose. Tell me, did you get a chance to play around with those lyrics I gave you?
Yeah, listen to this.
Hey, that sounds great. Let's take it from the top.
From the top. Oh, that sounds so musical. Ebbie, I can't be Jewish.
I'll be damned. The black guy is prejudiced.
Well, this information will have no bearing on my getting into the Daughters of the Old South. I'll just lie.
Oh, Blanche, this is ridiculous. Why should you have...
Being a respectable married woman, I cop a few good feels. Push him away and run back to the party. But I have to tell someone what happened. So I tell the only person in the world I trust, my sister Angela. 5 minutes later, everybody at the party is talking about it. So I drag Angela into the pantry and ask her how she could...
Use vodka and black underwear like everyone else.
Can we just get this over before I lose my nerve?
Marguerite, I hate to interrupt your work, but we have to talk to you.
Yeah, but before we do, I just want you to know that Tootie is my favorite on the Facts of Life.
Well, it has to be better than spending it alone. I mean, see, Christmas for me is whoop, 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 whoop. Christmas for me has always been rotten and lonely as long as I can remember. I always have the Christmas spirit, but no one ever seems to notice. I never get gifts, cards, dyed eggs.
Dyed eggs, that's Easter.
Another rotten holiday.
I'll move to it. But I need to go in the bathroom, Rose. I hate to go anywhere without my Actifed. Good morning.
I can't let you see my eyes. They look terrible from crying.
Rose, you couldn't possibly look terrible to me. I left my contact lenses in the bathroom.
Al,
Yeah?
how'd you like the pasta?
That's okay. I'm not really that crazy about Italian food.
Lucky for you, you carry a gun.
Excuse me?
I said the last 3 days with you have really been fun.
Little monster's gonna be here in a minute. Oh.
Hi, I'm Bob Henderson. This is my son, Norman.
Well, hi, Norman. My name is Rose. You ready to have some fun? Yes, ma'am.
Here's a list of Norman.
I can. It was hell. And the entertainment? Some guy from Palermo forgot his accordion. So he sat around singing O Sole Mio while squeezing a monkey.
Sophia.
Sophia, what? It was the worst time of my life. If it weren't for Pin the Tail on the French, we would have gone stir crazy. Toys when no one was looking. When I come to pick you up, I figure you're going to say you never want to go to school again. But what do you tell me? You love it. You made a new friend named Debbie.
Ma, what the hell does this have to do? Wait a minute. How did you know what happened? I mean,
I'd better be going now.
Well, all right, but before you do, I just want to thank you for a lovely evening.
Oh, I guess he bought dinner. Sophia, don't mind me. The Best of Carson is coming on.
In here.
No, Blanche in Hollywood, but they pipe it through these little wires and it comes out of it.
I'm just thinking out loud, but isn't Atlanta where the Center for Disease Control is?
Coincidence.
Hey, these are all right. When I look through them backwards, you actually look demure.
My fear, honey, but I just haven't, and performing is a nightmare for me.
Hey, we've all got our sad stories. Look, Blanche, we've practiced for 6 weeks. We've paid for our costumes. We told everybody we'd be there. Now you're not going to wimp out on me. You're going to go to that recital.
My rear tires have less pressure in them. I'm going to keep it as a reminder for the next time you behave like a big fat jerk.
Okay. Oh.
Honey, you sure you're going to be able to pretend to be surprised at that banquet?
Oh, of course. I pretended to be a virgin half a dozen times.
I'm not, Rose. I just want to do things right. You know, a nice honeymoon is expensive.
You know where I want to go?
Where?
Paris.
Rose, you know what round-trip bus tickets to Paris, Texas cost?
I mean, Paris, France.
France?
Wait. No, honey, she won't budge. Oh, Rose, I don't think we're going to be able to move it.
Dorothy, if the Egyptians built the pyramids, now we can move this toilet.
Fine, get me 20,000 Hebrews and I'll have it out of here.
Oh, come
Called me, Rose. I know why you wanted to have dinner.
You do?
You wanted to tell me that maybe we should stop seeing each other.
Ernie, that's not true.
Now, come on, Rose. I mean, after all, you can't be happy with the way things are. I mean, you're a healthy, active, sexy woman.
Well, I'm also a patient woman, Ernie. I mean, really.
Started the Shady Pines fire.
What? That's ridiculous. What did you do?
She claimed that on the night of the fire, the two of you were in your room cooking s'mores.
Nonsense. I don't even know what s'mores are.
You remember, Sophia? They're those little toasted graham cracker and chocolate sandwiches.
With marshmallow. Don't forget the marshmallow. We'll drink them out of a glass.
Blanche, don't you and Jake have dinner reservations for tonight?
Yes, we do. He's late.
Well, I'm sure he has a good reason. And even if he hasn't, who cares? He is a dreamboat.
You know, girls, these like... Well, hello, big boy. Is that a gun in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? I wanna be...
Come on, get some rest. Tomorrow's a big day.
Thank you. Good night. Thank you, Sophia. Oh, boy.
Goodbye, my girls.
Rose, it's me.
Miles?
I've come back, Rose. I had to see you.
But you've changed.
Well, I'm Amish, Rose. That's my new identity in the witness protection program. See, I'm an Amish man. I live on an Amish farm. I carry wood, I dig holes, and then I milk things.
Hello? Marty, threw your back out putting your boots on? You're in traction? Oh, I guess this means you're going to be a little late? Oh, all right. Well, can you believe that?
Rose. Michael tells us you're a singer.
That's right.
Oh, I bet you know all the great oldies.
Rose.
Lorraine, why don't I just show you where to put your things?
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you, Blanche.
Rose, will you excuse us?
Sure, where you going?
Nowhere, get out.
Yes.
I love you.
I love you too. Goodbye, pussycat. Fasten your seatbelt, slut puppy. This ain't gonna be no cakewalk.
Excuse me, you made a mistake. Those peaches aren't 59 cents a pound, they're 89 cents. Honesty is the best policy. What are you trying to do, Rose? Qualify for some kind of scout badge? Well, I can't help it if I'm an honest person. Obviously something you don't know anything about. What are you talking about? When you bought panties...
You ever felt like you're stuck in a rut, going through the motions with no joy or pleasure or excitement?
Sure, that was my sex life with your father.
Mom, my job is routine. I have virtually no social life and nothing interests me. My life has just become dull and boring.
Where's that sense of fun? Fernando, you naughty boy, not the feather.
Where Flipper comes to the rescue. It was only after that I picked up Rose's pamphlets and read about these magnificent creatures.
That's beautiful. Water lily?
All right, you dolphin people, get away from the gate.
Watch it! Why can't you people see the light? Write down the number. Sorry.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Grandma, is this the one you said you liked?
Oh, yes, isn't that just...
Ma, that's not unreasonable.
Please, they're 85 years old. It takes Mildred 10 minutes to roll down her stocking. Girls, you'll never guess what I got in the mail today.
If it's another one of those adult toys in the back of a sleazy magazine, I'm not interested.
I am. Let me see it.
Ma.
You can tell a lot about a man by the way he drives.
You know that's true. Sometimes Stan couldn't even get the key in the ignition.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, Hi, Miles. How was your evening?
Oh, it's terrific, Dorothy. We saw a marvelous production of A Glass Menagerie.
Oh, that is wonderful.
Rose Nyland, what is that giant velvet painting of dogs playing poker doing out on my front lawn? Intriguing passers-by if I know my art lovers. And the clothes, and the trunk, and the boxes. You're not having a yard sale, are you? What's wrong with that? Are you kidding? I don't...
Apartment back in Brooklyn. I was about, 7 years old, because I was still sleeping with my rag doll, Mrs. Doolittle. I remember I woke up in the middle of the night with my teeth chattering. I got out of bed, tiptoed to your bedroom door. I opened it a crack and I whispered, Mommy.
And forgive me for the way I acted. Winning doesn't mean anything if it means losing your two best friends. Besides, we all bowled well this year. That's why I had all our names engraved on this trophy. In my opinion, we're all winners.
Well, Rose, what a sweet thing to do.
Oh.
But my second cousin Arlen did it.
I think we'd better try another question.
I am exhausted. I went to at least a dozen ticket brokers today. They all told me the only way I'm going to get tickets is to go to a scalper.
Oh, he would have adored you.
Do you think that this is the right outfit to wear to a castle?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. And you'll be glad of that sweater. Castles can be very drafty.
Are you two coming? The spaghetti is getting cold.
We'll be there in a minute, Sophia. We're in the middle of a makeup lesson.
I hope the kid can help you. You wear more rouge than Miss Piggy.
Yes, I am. That's Ava Braun standing next to him.
You recognize Ava Braun?
Well, sure, she was our high school PE teacher. It was rumored she used to date Mr. Stickelmeyer.
Rose, that's it. I just can't take any more. Yes.
Are you kidding? I'm supposed to be dead. These are your twilight years.
Ma, I never needed you more. I'm about to do something that is very important to me. I mean, I could fall flat on my face.
Fall the other way. It's funnier.
Are you okay?
Just a little nervous. I'm supposed to get married in exactly 20 minutes right here in this hotel.
Well, then what are you doing here? Cold feet?
Yeah, but not about him. See, he's got this ex-wife.
You're a trained technician. You gotta be a man, for God's sakes.
You know, to tell you the truth, Lou, women are capable of more than just cleaning these things.
Is that so? Well, as long as you ladies are playing plumber, why don't you play moving man, too?
Fine, we will. Honey, maybe your chemistry's just off. Everybody doesn't have to like you.
Oh, yes, they do. Dorothy, you're the smart one, and Blanche, you're the sexy one, and Sophia, you're the old one, and I'm the nice one. Everybody always likes me.
There's nobody there to take care of you.
That's okay. Rather be there alone than trapped here with you. Besides, I can take care of myself. Been doing it long enough.
What do you mean?
All Mom and Dad ever do is fight. They don't even know I...
Well, hello, big boy. Is that a gun in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? I wanna be... It's a dinner party, and I plan to show cleavage.
Well, if anybody's going to do it, it should be me.
Why you?
Because I am the best under pressure.
And she bears a striking resemblance to Barnaby Jones. He and I took a bus to Palermo to look up our old friend Teresa DeFino. We spent 2 hours on the bus, another hour looking for her house. We finally find the house, knock on the door, and what do you know? She died.
Ma, it happens.
That morning!
Yeah, but aside from that, you and Augie really had a great time, huh? Gentlemen, before you all check your names off and leave, I would like a few moments of your time. When I first took this job, I just assumed that teaching adults would be easier than teaching kids. Obviously, I was wrong. True, it is hard to teach an old...
She's the one.
I'm really happy for you.
So, Michael, when do we get to meet Lorraine?
Tomorrow, if that's okay. I already invited her. She's staying with her family in Miami Beach. We thought maybe we'd get the two families together Sunday.
Oh, terrific idea. I can't wait to meet her.
Before you do, Mom, there is something about her you should know.
Well, excuse me. I didn't realize it was Gag Up on Rose Day.
I have been cooped up listening to your stupid stories for 3 days now. You're just lucky it isn't String Rose Up from a Tree Day.
Well, I'm not going to let you two grooming gusses raid on my parade. I'm just...
He may refuse the news we bring.
We must fly and try to warn the king.
Me without my toupee.
I guess that's it.
Do you mind if I use a phone?
You already used my daughter. You didn't ask for my permission.
There's a phone in the living room.
Thanks. Hi.
Hi. Okay, I know what it looks like.
I'd like to drink a toast to Sophia, whom I hope I can count on.
For what? Get your lips off, Harvey, and tell me what you want.
Since you mentioned it, I want you to do something for me. I want you to come over to my place tomorrow night.
Oh, what is it, your birthday?
Sophia, they're on.
Well, whoever said a man is innocent until proven guilty sure said a mouthful. I was wrong about Duncan. He didn't kill Tippy.
Well, what about all that evidence?
I can't forget. This man stole money from us. Because of him, our family went hungry.
Ma, we never went hungry.
Some nights I felt like dessert.
Listen, why don't we just leave this mess and go out and get something to eat?
Yeah, I'll ask Ma if she'd like to come. It'll do her good to get out of the house.
Why, you miserable old...
Blanche, you know the rules. When one of you is out with Fidel, the other one does not interfere.
My apologies. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go take a long, hot, steamy bath with just enough water to...
Oh, you've got lots of spirit, just like your beautiful mama.
Thank you.
This has gone far enough.
What's gone far enough?
I was talking to her. Look, from now on, she'll be Ma number 1, and you're Ma number 2. I think I'm slowly going out of my mind.
All right. Enough. Tomorrow, I'll go to the hospital and have a blood...
This bathroom.
I am not sharing a bathroom with 3 strange men. I don't care if it is my vacation.
You got no choice, lady. There just aren't enough Johns.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Yeah? You think we're happy having to gargle next to Grandma Moses and the Mosettes?
And love for my entire life may not even be my mother.
But honey, that's exactly the point. What's the difference if she did or didn't give birth to you? You two really know each other and you really love each other. A lot more than most mamas and their children ever do. Nothing that has happened.
My dresser.
Who's back?
O.J. Simpson, Rose. The rat is back.
He's not a rat, he's a mouse.
He is history. I'm calling the exterminator.
Oh, no, Dorothy, don't do that. I'll talk to him.
But you'll talk to the exterminator?
No, the mouse. I can communicate with animals.
I loathed Mama Devereaux, and the feeling was entirely mutual. Till the day George died, she always introduced me as his first wife. I just hope the old witch went slowly.
I sense the period of mourning is over.
No, I want to do cartwheels for 6 miles. Get your keys, let's roll.
Here are Mrs. Nyland's things.
Oh, darling, put them right here. Thank you.
I can't believe she's giving away this teddy bear. I wish I could afford to buy him at the sale.
You like him?
I think he's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my whole life.
Well, then I'm going to give...
Decorations in Macy's window, the show at Radio City, skaters on the ice at Mitsubishi Center.
In the old days on Christmas Eve, we used to go to midnight mass. Remember, Dorothy?
Sure I do. Oh, Ma. The music.
What the hell? You paid? Look, I can deal with losing some of my memory. If I didn't have to remember what's her name over here, I wouldn't care. But Sal was the most important person in my life. And scrapbooks aren't doing the trick.
Collector of pre-Columbian relics. Candy had her throat cut with a Mayan dagger. He killed her. The gun was in Gloria's purse. She killed her father.
Nice try, ma'am. But Philip and Gloria are innocent of those crimes.
Perhaps. But they are both murderers.
Sit down, Dorothy. Don't make a fool of yourself.
Someone.
Oh, not now. I want to sleep.
No, Rose, listen. Dorothy's so upset with me, and I don't blame her after all those things I said. I just don't see how I'll ever face her again. Rose, listen, listen. Am I a terrible person? I don't know. Who are you?
Date.
Well, we didn't. But it wasn't because I didn't try. Oh. I can still remember the night of the big rally before the homecoming game. Oh, there stood Ham, just handsome as ever. I walked over to him and asked him the one question that had been burning on my tongue for the last 4 years. Ham ought to barely cover my perky bosoms.
You're only going to sit in an inch of water? Dorothy, why don't we have a pet my age? That would be like getting tackled on the 1-yard line.
Rose, you realize that Chicago is out of the picture now.
But there's no way we can just stay in Miami?
No, that's impossible too, sweetheart. Look, I don't know where the government's going to move us, but all I do know is that everything's going to be fine as long as the two of us...
Dorothy, I'm about done with this side of the family tree. I think you have the papers there from the Roquet marriage.
Oh, yeah, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, yeah. Walker Roquet married Rosalind Roquet, 1861. Rosalind was from...
What?
Kiss me, you poet.
They are so cute together. Oh, I know, isn't it romantic?
No, it isn't. It's ridiculous. Ma, this is the biggest mistake you have ever made in your life.
Fine. Don't come to the wedding. Who wants you? But just remember one thing. It's my day to volunteer at the hospital.
Oh, Sophia, you know it's really sweet of you to volunteer.
I like charity work. Besides, I got my eye on an eligible doctor for Dorothy. I hope he likes charitable work, too.
Listen, Dorothy, I'm going to an art show tomorrow night. I always...
You may be right.
Good night, Charlie. Y'all my gift next, okay? I just thought this was such a cute idea. I made the same one for each of you. Here, Sophia. The man of Blanche's boudoir. It's a calendar.
Yes, I am. That's Ava Braun standing next to him.
You recognize Ava Braun?
Well, sure, she was our high school PE teacher. It was rumored she used to date Mr. Stickelmeyer.
Rose, that's it. I just can't take any more.
la chica la